Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. We are going to talk about gold and silver, how to protect your wealth. Thought I'd open it up with another article here from Bloomberg. Title of the article is Gold Extends Record Run 2020, 2200 Insight After U.S. Jobs. The funny thing that's happening right now is gold is up 21.95 is a recent article, and what's driving up the gold price? Obviously, I like how they call it geopolitical tensions in Mid East and Ukraine. I mean, let's face it, they're wars. Um, it has become a haven asset, which is gold. Central banks, namely the People's Bank of China, is buying it up in boatloads. Probably other banks as well. And here we got a quote: "Gold price to trade higher this year on safe haven demand continues to be supportive and geopolitical uncertainty with the ongoing war and upcoming U.S. election." I think that's another thing that's driving it is the uncertainty of the election itself. So let me go over here and change over my screen. And we want this one, I believe. Yeah, okay, let's go with that one. There we go. Okay, so what we have here is a big two charts here. The first one is gold. And you can see here gold has been moving up. This is going back all the way to 2022 or December 21. And you can see here gold has really started to spike in the last couple of weeks there since the 28th. Now, what's driving that? I think it's a lot of things, just as I said, uncertainty and whatnot. This is a daily chart. If you look at, let's say, the 5 year, you can see here our peak back in 2020 during the global sickness, and we are pretty well blowing through that. Let me see if we can do an all. So there's our all going all the way back to the 70s. And here we are, all the way up here of that global risk. And let's say if we go over to silver, this one doesn't have quite the history of it. Only going back to August. Oh, no, this is the wrong. Let me pull up a better source here. XAGUSD all. There we go. There's Oanda. So if I do the all, you can see here silver, not quite so much. But what I will say, oddly enough, gold and silver's outperforming. If you look at the 1 month chart for silver, you could see here if I throw in Oanda, boom, you can see right there that silver right now has been somewhat outperforming. So if I do a 5 day chart, yeah, you can see it's a little bit higher in silver here. It doesn't really matter. It's a poor man's gold, as they call it. And that's something to be concerned with. I've done a report already on the DXY, but gold and silver are definitely driving up, and there's no shortage of slowing down. So let me go back to my main screen here. All right, so I'm not too worried about the audience. Saturday. And I'll just leave it at that. But gold is appearing in my sectors, non-metal, but I'm sure gold will eventually make its way into the my top performing sectors. There's better sectors right now performing I'll be putting that on my other platforms. So you got to go to my profile to see what those are. And I'm just doing bits and pieces here on good old TradingView. But gold and silver is definitely a place to go along with Bitcoin. The nice thing about gold and silver is less volatile. The performance is okay. But as a defense, it's time to load up. One thing I'll also mention that I've seen, like we have markets driving up, like namely the US markets. And a stat I didn't know yesterday on Friday, all the stocks were down except for the big six now, the magnificent six minus Apple. So with Nvidia, they're still driving up the market, and it's so big. That's what's keeping the markets like in this false pretense of what's driving it up, and they are being driven up to all-time highs. At some point, that will stall. I do think Nvidia will stall, and you'll start to see the defensive come in. I'm talking about gold, silver. Obviously, Bitcoin's on a rally. Treasury has started noticing, starting to tick up. Let me go to that to show you. Let me just think here of what to show. What is it? TT. Let's see here. Funds. ProShare Ultra 20-year. I can't remember. TLT, I'm sorry. TLT 10-year. So what you'll see here, now this is just a representation. You can see here it's trending up again. Now if I do, let's say, a 1 month, it's been flat for quite a while, but it's starting to move up on the 5-year. So it's still fairly flat, but I've just noticed maybe if I do a day, that might help. It's hard to see. But I do know that, the treasuries are starting to move up again. So that's going defensive along with actually, let me do a better one, a BIL, short-term 1 to 3 month bill. You can barely see these. Let me do a daily. Yeah, you can barely see these, but if I get rid of gold, let me see if I can track it. Yeah, you can see these patterns here where it just resets every month, and that pattern has been broken, and then it normalizes during good years, and then it breaks up again. So that's the chaos that it's been bringing. But it's generally been trending since like let me try it. Well, TLT 2-year might be another one. But just imagine that good old treasuries are moving up now too. So things are starting to get defensive. And I've talked about what I'm seeing also is moving as well. Other than that, let me just check up on everything. Okay. And I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. And join my subscriber list. Be notified when I do more of these live video streams. All right. So thanks again for watching. Have a good day.